And the man woke up in a cool, desolate field, with no idea what was happening around him. He tried to speak, but his voice didn't come out as expected. His voice wasn't his own. His body wasn't his own. His life, his family, his entire existence. He was nobody. Just an existing and non-existent human shell. And the man walked and walked on the grass, hoping it would lead him to a familiar place. And all he found was buildings, cars, houses, a town without life, color, or happiness. This made the man depressed, expressionless, as he saw the reality that some people had possibly experienced for years, decades, or millennia ago. Although he felt a great deal of nostalgia, he kept walking. His goal wasn't to remain lost in his own memory and in the memories of others, leaving the pain behind. Reminiscing about the painful past was not his objective. And the man crossed a lush forest, full of familiar mannequins, each with a label. He found his family, his friends, his cousins, but most importantly, his partner, the love of his life, wearing a wedding dress and a beautiful flower crown. Confused, the man walked deeper into the forest, trying to find something more familiar to him, something more comforting, but only found evil itself. Family was the first thing that came to mind. Pain was the second. Childhood was the third. Loneliness was the last one. With panic and anxiety, the man ran and ran, trying to escape the worst moments of his life, escaping just in time before the forest consumed him whole. Stopping to catch his breath, the man took his time and turned to find his destination, his own end. A beautiful black and white spruce piano sits in the middle of a cliff, majestically looking directly at the moon. The man sat down and placed his pale hands on the keyboard, and as if by magic, he took a deep breath and began to play a very familiar and sentimental melody. The man settled in and closed his eyes, imagining everything the universe could give him: a prosperous world, the warm feeling of family, an umbrella for rainy feelings, a sunscreen for stronger feelings, and the love for life. All his feelings coalesced into humanity, his humanity into mortality, his mortality into life, life into opportunity. The man, in awe, stood up from the seat and sat at the edge of the cliff, his legs dangling, his gaze lifted to the moon, his hands clasped together, his mouth splitting into a grin from ear to ear. He didn't feel empty. He was filled with love and feeling, becoming someone unique, someone with an identity and a name. He stood up again to touch the moon, and with his hands around it, he said, Pour une vie meilleure, toi et moi. He lay down in the grass, closed his eyes, and woke up again.